Some music playing, see?
Sherb cake.
Sherb cake.
Sherb?
Sherb.
Yeah, SHERB, Sherb cake.
Sherb.
House of Dang.
HOD.
House of Dang, downtown Ipsy.
Downtown Ipsy. You know where it said if you're from around here, what's that? E-Course?
Right on E-Course, the old cab stand. If you're from the way, you know what it is. The old cab stand, the restaurant, the joint right there. E-Course. Now from the little, you seen they put in where the old Taco used to be, they put in a little flea market and shit.
Oh,
like the open trade market, yeah, they run it on the weekends and stuff. You go by and it be like fruit. You got some stuff that you try to
so
sell.
you get like a booth.
It's a public, it's public. We're first come, first served type thing.
What you mean?
Like if you show up before somebody, it's a booth open. You can sit your stuff down there and sell it. That's for the city.
We're running that.
I think the city just made it, and just that's what it is. You know?
Nah, man. somebody got to be organizing it. Right?
It says city donated, but it said on. So if you got you right though, it's probably somebody.
Yeah, somebody got to be
in charge.
Like, yeah,
it's not even no type shit.
Like I was here for people. You run up.
You see it on
the I want to welcome y'all to the 734 show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Your boy King Tone, representing everything 734 from here to there in surrounding areas. Make sure y'all
here to there. Y'all heard that.
From here to there. All the way down Mish Ave. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, hit the like and subscribe button, and you know what I'm saying, and check us out. We just getting started, so you know what I'm saying, y'all can grow with us and give us some feedback on what we need to improve. You can donate to the show via the Cash App. All donations will go towards the advancement of the 734 show. Applause on that. Hey.
Go clap.
You know it's good.
All right, today we got my boy AJ, you know what I'm saying? AJ from the way, white folks, you know what I'm saying? Don't tell them where you from. What's your name, man?
Ypsilanti, Michigan, man. Y'all don't
White
know.
Town, 74, stand up.
Whole family, born and raised. Byers Hospital type shit, man.
Byers Hospital, you hear that? Byers Hospital?
My great grandmother was born at the old Byers Hospital. We've been around this boy since the conception of Ypsilanti. You hear me?
The old Byers Hospital.
Yeah.
That's what I remember going in the old Byers, man. As soon as you walk in, it was like a bowl of candy, I remember. It used to be a bowl of candy somewhere around like downstairs.
You talking about the older, it's an old folks home now on the right.
I was born at Byers.
Oh, you was all right.
I wasn't born at St. John.
Me and Mary Beth was born 2 days apart. And we both at Byers.
At Byers. And they be talking about people born at Byers, like, man, I'm glad y'all made it. I used to ask, like, what that mean? Like,
and I ain't
people, kids die off born at Byers or something, but I don't know. It was one of them hospitals to where it was Byers Memorial. Like,
no.
It's one of them hospitals. We stayed right on the other street, on the other side of Byers, in an apartment called Fort Hills. It's called the Red Lion now.
I know what you're talking about.
But it used to be called Fort Hills back in the day. And it used to be a Spartan's grocery store right over there with what's that, the DHS office? Where you go and get like
it was
a Spartan grocery store right over there in that area.
Oh, you talking about where the House of Dank used to be? The original House of Dank was at. That next to McDonald's and shit.
It was a Spartan grocery store.
It sure was.
Right there.
It sure was. Yeah, I remember that.
Shout out to the old MC, man. Yeah. Shout out to, it used to be a flea market right there where the what is in front of it now? Where the dollar store at down on Michigan Ave, the Family Dollar.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got that light right there. And you got, what is that, the Bombers or something, the restaurant.
Oh, you talking about field? Yeah, where it used to be the Secretary of State. It was Secretary of State, and it was like
before it was the Secretary of State. It was a big ass flea market. Like I was
at the same time. It was
No,
it was
before
the-
then, before they was.
Oh, that
a
whole
chicken
thing
joint.
was the.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
okay.
whole thing, bro. I
remember
used to
going
walk
when I
in
was
there
a
with my
kid.
mom, like be seeing all that weird shit in flea markets. Shout out to all the weird flea market shit.
Good pastime. You ain't got
Cause
shit
you go
to
over
do,
there
man. Go to the flea market.
And somebody that know what something is worth, you find it in a flea market like, ooh, for like $1.99, and it's worth some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Fuck around, make $1.
yeah, I used to love going up in there. All right, you from the old Ipsy, man. Like what where you grew up at? Like,
I mean, like Elmcrest Trailer Park. I grew up in the trailer parks and stuff around that way.
Elmcrest, where that's at?
That's like Elmcrest Trailer Parks right over off Ridge Road.
Oh, okay.
Park
Yeah,
and stuff. When I was a kid, I grew up there, and then we lived over behind the strip club and stuff. But mostly like
What's your club like?
the legs. When it was
Oh,
legs.
legs. Like,
Yeah, it was legs. We used
The
to
old
run around the
Legs,
strippers and
man.
stuff. Yeah, we grew up in the trailer park.
so it's the strip club called Legs. What's that on Michigan Ave? On
Then
Michigan
then
Ave?
it was the hot spot.
Yeah, then it turned into the thought spot. I mean, it was the hot spot,
All that.
but we called it the thought spot. But this strip club was like the hood strip club. Like
Anything
you
goes.
talking about, you seeing bullet wounds and stretch marks and stab marks and
You come in on the stitches on her leg on the.
a midget with stitches.
Yeah, she got stabbed.
So
Man, that shit was wild.
yeah, I remember that.
Wow.
So yeah, you grew up over there, and then
With the North Middle School, I went to I had to Belleville. They made us go to Belleville because it was like right on the divider line.
Right there,
Belleville.
yeah.
Yeah. Like that divider that divide West Willow. You know how the
Yeah.
road divide the schools?
Yeah.
I was on the right side, so I went to school. Or the left side, so I went to school with all them kids. I fucked around, got in trouble.
Yeah, I
Down
just want
south.
to say, oh, you went down south.
Shut off when I was like 15.
So you go right down there,
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Shout out to Tennessee. What part of Tennessee?
Man,
Like,
Camden, Tennessee, man.
Camden?
Huntington, Paris,
oh, okay.
all through that
Right.
bitch.
So what you got, like family down there, or you just
My step pops was born and raised down there.
okay?
And then was up here, lived in Elmcrest. He got kicked out of Michigan. Boom, we ended up
He
in
got
Tennessee.
kicked out of the
Got
whole
kicked out.
state.
Listen, man, I grew up a criminal around the criminal.
His dad got kicked out of the
Got
whole
kicked out the
state.
state, man.
Like, you can't even come back to the state.
Do 5 years and be gone for 5 years. Which one you want to do?
Oh man, yeah, that's an ultimatum. That's a.
So
what they
boom,
call
at
that?
8 years old, I started going. Like I would spend summers down there and school years up here.
Oh, okay. One of them things where they send you out
Yeah,
in the
back
summer.
with
Yeah.
mom down there.
So how was it down there in the summertime compared to up here?
Humid as fuck.
Okay, humid.
Dry.
So was it like rural or like was it like an urban area,
not dry.
like a city, or was it like country-ish? and shit?
Countries until you get to like Memphis and Jackson and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Then it get more city.
Mhm.
Yeah, because when I think of like them down south states, I always think about like country, backwood, like rural areas. Now I know they got some cities and shit, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But for the most part, I think of like, you know, like
Clarkston,
long ass
Dixboro,
roads
shit.
with
Oh, yeah.
dirt roads and you know what I'm saying, hound dogs and shit. But I don't know. Shout out to the down south states, man. All them Confederate states down there that tried to fight to stay separate from the Union. Like shout out to all them the 13, man, the colonies down there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? All those states that try to keep us separated and fought hard too. Like they fought hard to keep control of their own state. So basically, they like if we join the Union, we ain't gonna have no control of our own shit. We need control of our own state. So
Yeah.
nah,
Ain't work. Ain't none of
it
it
ain't work.
Hundreds
But no,
of million, thousands,
Even some of the black slaves like joined the Confederate because they ain't know that I'm fighting for anybody talking about freedom, right?
Yeah.
I'm on your side, I'm
Fight
on
for
your
us
side.
when you do it, we let you
Man,
go.
listen.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Like you ain't supposed to have me in the first place.
All right, so we went from down there in Tennessee in the summertime to Michigan in the school time. Like,
Yeah. And
so
then I
just
got
that
my-
transition, how was it like bouncing back and forth with not really being stable, not really having like a secure foundation? You know what I'm saying? Did that play a part in,
Yeah, huge part.
you know what I'm saying,
Play
how
a
you
huge part.
was involved in the streets and shit?
Play a huge part. Because that's all I was seeing. So if that's all you seeing, that's all you know.
That's all you know.
You know? And then the person that I was seeing it from died before he had given me the guidance that probably wouldn't have landed me in prison for
Right.
13 of the last 15 years. You feel me?
Okay, right.
I was young, so I seen his ways, but he never really had taught me. So it was like a
You could have transitioned and
Yeah.
shit and told you, like, man, don't do what I do. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if you do it smart.
Yeah,
You
do
know what I
it,
mean?
do
Even
it.
character, a way of thinking.
But if you're going to do it, the right way to do
correct,
it.
correct. That's how it was.
We all got the path, you know what I'm saying, that we on, the path, whatever it is. Whether if you're out to the right, whether if you're out to the left, we all got our path that we walk. And sometimes shit happens to where it's for the lesson, you know what I'm saying? And you got to learn something. We all can be like, man, I wish it would have went this way or this way, but we would have never know like what would have happened, or
You could be dead.
yeah, we never know what happened. It would have went this way or that way. Like a lot of us grew up without a dad and shit, but maybe growing up without that dad it was for the better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe growing up with that dad would have made you a worse motherfucker.
Maybe
You
the
know what I'm
ways he
saying?
would have taught you would have been.
Yeah, you never know. But
It's like a coin toss.
right. So up here in Michigan, all right. So when did you finally like stop going down there and just like was up here for the most part?
No, I ain't. When I came home from the feds.
Oh, so you was back and forth down there up here until
When I was 16, in Dearborn, we were street racing, and I fucked,
Dearborn, Michigan.
yeah, and I fucked around and get a cop car on the street, like they charged me with all types of felonies for assault on a police officer because they in the car.
Oh, because they hit the car.
Yeah, so I struck out to Tennessee with my mom's, and they ain't come back until 2014.
Oh shit!
I didn't come back till they let me out the feds.
Damn. So how much time you doing the feds?
Like right under 7.
Under 7 years?
Yeah.
Oh, for that shit?
No.
Oh, so
counterfeit money, manufacturing counterfeit money.
oh, so wait a minute. So,
Yeah,
so hold on.
that
So-
shit was when I was a juvenile. So when I turned 18,
Oh, so you did the juvenile shit?
no, it went away when I turned 18. It
Yeah,
never
yeah.
called me.
Oh.
It just went
So
away.
when you turn 18, it's like, all right, you got a little fresh start.
Yeah,
Then you got caught with some
fucked
counterfeit.
it all up.
It was a lot of counterfeit enough to go fed.
Yeah,
All right, so you went up in the feds and shit like
we
this.
got
Your
caught.
first
We got
time?
caught with 98 vans, and they gave us a conspiracy for 1 point to other manufacture and publish 1.2 million of Federal Reserve.
You only got caught with 98,000
Yeah.
and got
Dog
charged
tried to
with
rob us in
manufacturing.
Memphis. Dog tried to rob us in Memphis, man. And we had the police took it.
Right,
They had the money, and they didn't even know it was fake.
right. They just
They gave us a receipt. So we had to come back and tell them where we got the money from. My man's had it in his backpack. They charged him with the pistol
damn.
and let us go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We ain't think nothing about it 6 months later.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. They like, oh, wait,
Secret
this
Service
money
was
real.
on us. You
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, they tried to steal some of the money and that shit was fake. They're like, we can't even take
I'm in
that
a gas station and look, dude next to me got a little pen say Secret Service on it. I'm like, yeah, right.
Right.
He in the town looking for me and my partner.
Oh,
That's who
shit.
deal with the counterfeit money, Secret Service. It was crazy.
So, was this your first time like getting locked up?
No, I had been
Or,
in
like, you
Iowa
been in the county and shit?
No, no, yeah.
Did you get locked up as a juvenile? Like, any?
Yeah, down south they'll put you in with the adults at
Oh,
17.
Oh yeah, definitely. See, up here at 17, you going to the county jail.
16 we go to county jail.
16? Yeah.
No, when
It
they called me
depends
for
on like,
the
what kind of case. Yeah.
when they called me for the shit in Dearborn, they finally called me in Van Buren.
Oh, okay, right.
And my dad had bonded me out, but they sent me from Van Buren. I was 16. They sent me up north to some regional jail.
Oh,
I was up there for like a week with the adults. That was the first time I
yeah, because you was like a big ass 16.
yeah, I was this big. You gotta think I was this big. I was this big at fucking 15.
So they're like, send this big ass up there with the grown folks. At. You too big to be with the little ones, the little teenagers. But so going in the feds though, like, so you already had some little knowledge of being locked up.
Yeah.
Going up in there wasn't no scare tactic or nothing. You was just
No, not at all.
wasn't saying like you was used to it, but it was like you was prepared for it because you was already been in the system already.
Yeah, and then being so fine tuned in the culture,
Right.
you know, if you really fine tuned into the culture of the streets, you gonna blend in wherever the streets is at, and the streets is in jail too. So it kind of felt like when you go in there, it was like
It's like the street
yeah,
just
I
on a
was
microcosmic
it
level.
really, and that then looking back on that in retrospect, that's what really let me focus on. Like, man, that didn't even bother you at 17 getting locked up and going into this kind of jail. That didn't even bother you.
No,
That's a character flaw.
Yeah,
that's
You think back then it was like not knowing what you know now. You think it was like a graduation thing, going to the county. Like, all right, I did that shit. All right, I got caught for my shit. I did my time. Bam, man, I got that under my belt.
Coming home, first day home, everybody.
Yeah, welcome home, AJ. Man, we've been praying for you.
That shit gets old. You hear me? That walk home shit,
old, man.
That shit gets
that
old,
home,
bro. Don't let it
taking you shopping, all that extra
man,
shit.
That shit gets old.
It's
man.
cool for the first couple times, but on your fourth time coming home,
like, you gonna notice.
Man,
Your
what
first
you gonna do this
trip
time?
Your first travel trip home gonna be 2,500 or something. Then it's gonna be 1,000. Then like the third time, they're like, listen, man.
Like, man, I got this outfit.
Yeah, I got an outfit, some shoes for you, man.
Yeah, you can't keep coming home. Yeah, for real, dog. Shout out to HOD.
Yeah, off the muscle.
You know what I'm saying? Located Ecorse, Mish Ave. From out here, you know where it's at. Right by the Mickey D's. But so going up in there, man, like with that shit, because it's different politics in there. Yeah, it's like the streets, but it's different because it's kind of it's under a microscope, so everybody in close contact. And you know, out here you got a lot of distractions. You can get away, and there it's like we close, so I gotta watch everything. Yeah. And I don't know, I ain't never been to the feds. I've been to the state, and the feds is like race and how they play certain shit, you know, affiliation, what organization you with, and
what state you from,
and what city,
what side of the state you from,
what city in that, and what side of the city. Yeah, so it's a lot of politics in that shit. But
no, I skipped part. Before I went to the feds, right? They arrested me. I was on state probation for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And they arrested me and sent me to the state joint in Tennessee for 2 years. And the feds indicted me while we was in the state joint. Boom. So they smacked me with a 4.5 for the counterfeit money and the 2 for the thing. I did like 6 years, 9 months on that. But the state joint in Tennessee, bro, it's a whole. It'll teach you something, bro. It'll change your.
So it seems like they shit down there is like still on some back in the day type shit almost.
Yeah, respect, you know what I'm saying? It's respect. It teach you respect off the muscle.
Oh yeah. No,
but it ain't the type of respect you can use in society.
It's a different type. Yeah,
it's a different level. Yeah, different type of respect.
Now see, that's interesting that you said that, because it's like one thing you got in this life is respect. Respect for yourself, respect for your fellow man. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't respect yourself, and by not respecting yourself, meaning making a fool of yourself, or just acting out of character, you know what I'm saying? Doing shit like you know you ain't got no business doing. Ain't nobody gonna respect you if you don't respect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can go around and not respect nobody else and keep it to yourself or whatever, but your actions display, and if it's showing that you don't respect yourself, then people gonna look at you weird and different, like, oh man, he don't even care for himself. Why the fuck you know what I'm saying? But respect, get respect. If you go in there, if you anywhere and you respecting yourself, people gonna see it in the way you carry yourself. You know what I'm saying? You go up in a joint, in prison, whatever, you go up in there with that folly, with that bullshit,
motherfucker gonna have something for you.
Somebody gonna have something for you.
You gonna get some ad break.
Somebody gonna bite down on you. You know what I mean? Ain't no tough guys in jail. And it's like, just respect yourself, respect the people, respect your cellmate, because you can get whacked by him, by somebody you sleeping with. You don't even know this motherfucker. What type of mental issues he got?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So you gotta, your respect level gotta be up, man. It gotta be up. As far as don't let nobody disrespect you on, you know what I'm saying? On no level.
You got all that stuff.
So did you come into any type of you know what I'm saying, issues or any type of situations where you had to, you know, get your respect under control or you had to like lay a play down, quote
Because
unquote.
I came down south and then the feds know because I always came up under the understanding that I am what I am, what I ain't, I'll never be.
Well,
So, you know, the ones that need to understand that understood. You feel me?
right.
So I never had an issue to where I had to.
Had to
Now,
demonstrate
was
some
it
shit
times that, you know,
Yeah.
something had to be done that
that you had to demonstrate your
You know.
shit. Yeah.
obviously me and you my guy, we chilling. You about to go home in 6 months. I got 5 more years to do.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna take care of that.
Yeah, he disrespect you. I'm just gonna go in his shit.
Well, so
Yeah,
shout out to everybody that's making sure that people come home when they supposed to come home because you'll be in some
guys,
situation.
man. Free all the guys, man.
Yeah, all the guys.
Y'all got
both
somebody
sides.
locked up out there, man. Reach out to them. Man.
Yeah.
Send them a check.
Oh, man, that shit.
Put $5-6
That shit
on the
goes
phone,
a long
man.
way.
Yeah.
That shit
Answer the
carry
phone,
weight.
man. Look, this man made me do my dick just being able to. Hey, bro, look, boom. And I'd only try to plug like once or two, you know, times a week to him.
Right.
But it made my bitch be able to call, like, look, man, I need you to go over there and check on the kids and shit.
Right.
Next phone call, hey, Tone just came through here. That's the type of stuff, you know.
I mean, I do the shit that I want somebody to do for me if I was in the situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm getting do everything. You know what I'm saying? But the shit I can do, I try to aid and assist whenever possible in all righteous endeavors. Shout out to everybody aid assisting their folks in all righteous endeavors. All right, so you did that little time. You did that not little time because any amount of time is enough
Substantial amount of
time.
time.
So you did in that time. You ain't come across no issues, and you came home. Boom. So when you came home wiser, smarter, dumber, a better criminal.
Man, so look,
You know what I'm saying?
right?
Did you read any
I
books?
can't.
You know
No,
what I'm
hell,
saying?
none of
Take
that.
any
I
business
got in
courses?
shape. I lost over 100 pounds. I went home. I came in that boy at like 375, and I came home at 256.
Okay.
I came home. I could go out and run, like not. I can hit out, run at first, and then draw. I did real good on
So
that.
you're doing the run
But
around
mentally, man, I didn't prepare for anything.
we just
I came home a savage because I did the time on my
so
knuckles.
yeah, that's what's
I
gonna happen. You're gonna come home a better person or a better criminal.
Think about that. Like let that sink in. Look, I did years on my knuckles to where I didn't have a phone call with nobody for like 6-7 months at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm 19, 20 years old in prison.
Right.
You feel me? So think about that. Like the aspect of where my mind went. I went to
You still
everything.
Like a teenager kind of.
If I didn't have it, you had it. I needed that. Is
Right.
the aspect I went to. That's how I had to survive in prison.
Yeah.
So when I came home, they finally let me go. I had the same attitude.
Right.
And the only thing that led me to was straight back to prison.
Straight
17
back,
months later.
Yeah.
To serve another 5.5 years of my life.
Man.
You feel
So
me?
it's like you gotta grow in these stages,
Yeah.
and it's if you don't, what they say, if you don't learn a lesson, you're gonna keep repeating the same shit. You know what I'm saying? For the lack of a
Definition of
better
insanity.
phrase, the definition of insanity is to keep doing the same shit, expecting different outcomes, different results. I mean, you know, but that's what happens when you on your growth. You go through the same shit. I don't think you're insane because you go through the same shit. I think that you gotta go through it. Once you learn a lesson, that's when you have your breakthrough, and then you can like, boom, go ahead and go to the next thing. You ain't the same because you keep going through the same shit. I gotta keep learning some lessons in this. It's something I ain't getting.
Definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? It's something I ain't getting, and you have stages in your life where all right, I did that, I ain't on that no more. All right, I did that. All right, I used to pee in the bed, I don't pee in the bed no more. You know what I'm saying? All right, I used to didn't know how to drive, I know how to drive now. You have these different like stages in your life to where you grow out of. All right, people ain't understand when Pac said he was done with the thug life, right? It wasn't that he was done with being himself. It was that was a phase, and now I'm on a whole different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't 360 no more. I'm 720 now. You know what I mean? I'm on a whole
I'm
different.
trying to grow and improve.
Yeah, I'm on a whole different cycle. Right, I didn't branch out of that mentality. So when you came home, you said you were still on that shit. Boom. And then you had to go back and do.
I had a whole slew of little niggas.
So you had a crew with you.
I had a whole slew of little. I came home. It was putting little young kids down that didn't understand nothing.
Putting them down with like what you represent.
Simon City Royals.
Simon City. Shout out to the Simon City Royals. So you was going around and boom.
I was trying to grow the branch. I was trying to grow the branch.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be a sour situation. Dog told him, you know.
So trying to grow the branch with people you don't even know.
No, I knew him. That's the thing. I knew him since he was a kid. You feel me?
Right.
Knew him since he was a kid.
I gotta use it. Take your shot. So the person that you knew.
Oh, we not finna sugarcoat. I can say it. Can I?
I mean, you know, for now, we, you know.
Can I say his name?
I mean, because if you know people that's watching, they know, and if he know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but so y'all was in a situation, and he ended up turning on you.
No. We situation happened right here. That's what I went and did the time for. What he had told him before the file.
No, did he have to say something?
No, he did. Me and the other dude on the case had both. We went and talked to him, right? Because they had the warrant out for us. We didn't know. We went and talked to Dog. It was like, look, you a minor. You wasn't even there. It's only me, him, and Dog's word.
Right.
So me and him both will say you wasn't even there. If you say you wasn't there, there ain't nobody dispute that. Just keep your mouth shut. Say you out of trouble. But little did we had already know that how they found us was through the young dude.
They already knew.
Through a resource police officer at the school, because dog that night that the situation had happened had pointed them out on Facebook.
Like, I know that kid.
No, he told the police. He waited right here next to the hoagie shop on Michigan Ave. Waited for the police that night. This happened in Greenbrier.
The young dude?
The
research.
The other kid.
Okay,
he was supposed to be there, but you know. Anyway.
Yeah.
He showed him Dog's name on the thing, and that's how they found us. Boom. So we went and talked to dude. The police had already talked to him. He had already cut a deal. So I'm meeting up with him, talking to him.
Before you even talked to him?
He had already been.
You already been briefed.
Yeah. So I'm out on bond. I make bond on it and shoot straight to him, thinking I'm enlightening my little homie, and it turned out to be all bad. He had already worked with the Jakes. Already was on me, but as soon as I left, called him and told him exactly what I said. All that stuff.
Oh shit!
Showed up at my trial selection, right? Him and his mom and the victim in the back row like this waved at me and tried jury selection. So I was like, hey, I tapped the lawyer. I said, look, I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be right back. I went downstairs. I was gone.
Now I see why you want to say his name, man. But nah,
it was bad. It was bad.
We ain't gonna give no energy.
Like this wasn't no light rat shit. Like he showed up in there,
right, pointed you out.
Yeah, look, I was there. This is what happened. He was the orchestrator.
Yeah,
they was trying to give me a RICO office thing. They had motherfuckers coming from Chicago talking to me. It was all types of crazy shit.
Damn. So in that lesson, man, you know, gotta get the light back together. Let's plug in over there. Again, in that lesson, man, you know, that's just like one of the. So when it comes to the street life, that's one of the elements that you got to keep in mind.
Yeah, man.
Because that shit is old as religion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tell the oldest.
That shit is old as religion. They was you look in the Bible and see what Judas did.
Yeah, motherfuckers
Come
was
on,
running.
man. You look in the scriptures and see what Delilah did to Samson.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is telling it ain't nothing new. It ain't like, oh man, all these niggas over here telling them, man, and all them niggas over there, they telling, so don't fuck with them. Man, that shit is everywhere. And
you know what the motto is that kill me, bro? And it drive me fucking that shit crazy after having to lay down with somebody telling me, bro.
Yeah.
When motherfuckers say, you ain't telling on me.
And they still fuck with them.
That drives me fucking nuts. I want to be like, think about what you just said.
Yeah.
If you get pulled over with anything in the car with him, he gonna tell him it was yours. If you
because the thing is, like, when you look at like the mob and all that, when them motherfuckers told, they got the fuck out of town. They like relocated,
They
or
getting whacked.
they stood around. They was sleeping with the fishes or doing some shit, right? But now it's a new thing. Like it's a new normal for that to happen, and you can be walking around the streets, and you can go to LA Fitness and you know what I'm saying, feel like ain't nothing gonna happen to you, or you can open up you a little clothing store, you know what I'm saying, in the hood where you told on everybody at. I don't know. I mean,
hey, what's the name? Just get the shit kicked out of
man.
LA Fitness.
Listen, man. Shout out to everybody keeping it real. Now,
keep it funky.
It's this thing called keeping it real, to where it's levels in that shit, right? People keep it real on the level that they on. Everybody don't keep it real on the level that you on,
right?
But that's just the thing of it. You know what I'm saying? So in that lesson, you learned that these motherfuckers ain't keeping it real on the level I'm on
at all.
So I need to restructure my shit. But you had to go sit down again. In this sitting down phase, did you have any kids or children?
That was when I went in, Mary Beth was pregnant with Spice.
Okay.
I want to say she was like 6 months pregnant.
Yeah. So she was pregnant with young Toby. Young Toby, man. Y'all knew Young Toby. Young Toby is a character, man. He is
man.
He is
his daddy's son. Little rascal.
I swear.
Definition.
His nickname is Kunta Kinte, but we call him Toby.
Hey, he told my landlord,
his landlord can't.
No, who'd you tell that to? You told it to the dog that I'm doing his work.
Oh man, I told it to the landlord. Oh yeah, it was.
It was
it? Yup. I thought it was the landlord. He was sitting there on the thing.
Oh, he was the landlord.
The landlord came. What is he, like Arabic or something?
Yeah, I don't think he understood anything.
So the landlord, like, he's some other nationality. So he's like, little Toby, he done got in trouble. So we got him sitting on a metal crate.
With a stick, got a stick
outside.
Digging in the yard, sitting on it.
I'm telling him, like, man, you ain't supposed to be playing with the stick while you on timeout. So he got the stick. He talking to the landlord. He hit the stick in the dirt. Boom. Flip the stick up. Dirt go flying everywhere. Hit me all in the face.
All just look.
So I'm like, bro, what is you doing? So the landlord like, what is his name? So he like, what is his name? So he like, Toby.
What is his name?
So he like, Toby. And I'm like on the sideline. I'm like, yeah, but his real name is Kunta Kinte. But we call him Toby. He a little white kid. Ain't nobody get it. Nobody get it. I'm like, oh, that was like a perfect joke.
I missed it completely.
So when you went back to do this, she was pregnant with Kunta. With little Toby.
Yeah.
So she was pregnant with Toby, man. How did that make you feel? Because hold on a minute, because I just want to say something, because when my daughter was born, something happened to me that it was out of my control, and I had to go back and do 90 days for a violation. But in that going back, within the first 7 days, my daughter was born, and I missed it. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't had nothing to do with me. It was one of the homies, but it's one of them things. But how did you feel when you had to go back and do that little time and she was pregnant?
Oh man, it was hell. It was hell.
Because just like your first son,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying, and you ain't there, you know what I'm saying, to do the little shit in the moment.
That was a big awakening. That was like a big
like, man, I need to get my shit together.
Like, man. Like how many first things is there in life
you gonna miss?
Like sit down and think about that. How many? And it took me doing some dumb shit in the joint to a child molester. I broke dog's whole face. They sent me way up north. I'm talking about way up north.
So you was in there then. So you was already finna do your little time, but then you got into it.
I was off kill, and dog had told me what his case was, and I was like, look, man. You gonna pay me to stay around this motherfucker type
so
shit.
So why did he tell you about the case though?
That's the type of shit motherfuckers just own in the joint.
So when you come in, when you get locked up or something, and somebody come. So one thing about it, when you get locked up, the main question is going to be, where you from,
Where your
and
paperwork at?
what you in here for?
Oh.
How much time you doing?
And that shit better calculate.
Where you from? Meaning we need to find out where you from so we know who you affiliated with, and we know where.
Do you bang?
If I'm
That's
beefing
like
with
the
them,
number
I
one
need to know
question.
if you with them, or if you from my area, I need to know where you from in my area. But yeah, so you got into it with a chomo, and
I tried to press him. He played like he meant Chinese dude, right? So look, I'm in the window looking in. I'm in his cell, like, bro, get do. Dog get to doing crazy kicks and shit.
oh, like yeah,
Yeah, so I'm
because
thinking,
you figure
Yeah.
all the Chinese people that's locked up know that shit, right?
yeah, but I'm
Because it
thinking
ain't too many Chinese
I'm
people
thinking
like
he a
that.
horrible child molester though. He got little nerdy glasses. Man, he got
So this before you knew about this case, or after?
This is after.
So after you
This
press
when
it,
I
you
pressed
like,
on him.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know you.
Fucking you. He's in the window.
Yeah.
Fucking you.
Oh, so the doors must
I'm
be
like kicking your
automated.
ass.
Yeah.
I'm kicking your
Oh,
ass.
he in there doing all
So I'm
that
like,
shit.
all right,
Like,
bro, I catch you a child.
bring
That
your
child-
ass up in here.
Yeah, and child ain't gonna open all our doors together, right? You know what I'm saying? They gonna open all. And he called me a bitch. All types
Wait a
of
minute. So you looking in
Wow.
the door with the
Yeah,
window,
It's a hallway. Boom, and the windows and the doors is about this tall, about this
Yeah.
wide.
and he in there doing.
He in there with his bunkie a chomo too. I'm telling both of them they gotta pay. I'm telling his bunkie if he know what's good for him, he gonna make the Chinese dude pay.
So he hop about the bunk like,
Yeah,
I
like
ain't paying
fuck
for
you, I ain't
shit.
paying for shit. Yeah, I'm like, all right,
Straight Wu
yeah, I'll
Tang.
stab you,
Nah, I
bitch.
ain't
What he
cool
said
on
to me,
that.
I'll stab you, bitch. What he told me.
Oh
So
shit.
I go back to the cell. Naturally, I pack my shit up. Go down to the chow hall. He's sitting there eating like it ain't nothing just happened. And look, I'm 350 pounds. Give me 2 steps, and I'm gonna melt you.
Oh,
And when I hit him, man, I feel so. I feel bad. Even though he a child molester, I feel bad that I broke dog that bad. They still charge me to this day
for the
every
medical
time.
shit.
Bro, I broke his bone, his whole eye socket, his lip, this high up was disconnected. His orbital eye
What you hit him
socket.
with?
My fist,
Yeah.
a good 2-step. Like I stepped into it, melted him. Not one lick, and it was
That's the mollywop.
19 months in
He hit it
solitary
with the
confinement.
mollywop.
They put me in 19 months in solitary confinement.
He did 19 months in the box
in the
for the mollywop.
for a mollywop, a wop.
For the
I
wop.
bopped the bitch.
Duh, 19. So hold on. 19 months in the box. When you
Oh.
first get in the box, so I've been in the box. Your first 30 days, it's like you can't get shit.
Where I was at up there on laydown, what they call it, at Marquette, at the old joint.
you was at Marquette.
You can get up to where you can get 3 commissary items a month. You can order 3 Snicker bars a month.
Oh, just 3.
3 bags of chips.
Wait a minute.
2 bags of chips.
What about
and
hygiene?
candy bars. And all your hygiene, you can order.
Okay.
You can order. They come in your cell weekly and make sure you ain't got more than 1 bar, 1 deodorant, and 1 like they control, like they own you, bro. It was bad, bro.
For the whole
And
19,
then I'm up here with bugs. Motherfuckers throwing shit on each other.
flooding the toilets
Flooding
and
it.
shit.
Look, throwing it in the CO's faces and shit, bro. I'm dying. Like, y'all bugged out. Y'all playing with doo-doo, man. It was bad.
So you gotta
That's
figure,
what got my
man.
mind together, though, being up there.
When you gotta figure when those COs be working up in there, right? Because you got some that's level-headed. They come in there, they do their job. You know what I'm saying? They get the fuck on. But you got some that come in there on that shit. You got some that come on there on that personal revenge. They might come in there off the zone. They off some kind of
Or just
some-
taking it too
and they
serious.
yeah, and they coming in there. They don't know the culture of the people that they watching over, so they don't understand the language. They don't understand the lingo. They don't understand certain attitudes of the people because they never interacted with these people in society. So when they come to work, they seeing all these different levels of culture,
Yeah.
and they don't know how to deal with it. So we gonna deal with it on one level, and that is administrative. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And don't get what I'm about to say wrong, though, right? It's a lot of motherfuckers in the joint that's doing time, that's doing extra time, that could have been home, that's in there on bullshit fucking up.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they need and a lot of COs don't know how to differentiate between
right.
people that's trying to Like, look, we here to rehabilitate. We here to get back to the world. Is what the main goal is. And I used to think that was a
That ain't your
bullshit.
main goal.
I mean, if
It
it was
used-
you in prison,
It used to be, but I don't think the main goal no more is to rehabilitate them.
to
I
get
think
back
it's
to
just
the
to
world.
house them. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
yeah, that's
Because
their
they
goal.
cutting out all the
That's their
programs.
goal. That's their
It ain't
goal.
about rehabilitation no more. A lot of programs getting cut and a lot of shit getting overcrowded, and they coming up, they structuring it in a different way to where we gonna just house it.
You gotta do it yourself though. That's
You
why I said
you gotta want it. You
rehabilitate
gotta want it for
yourself.
yourself.
Is what I was meaning.
Because it don't even matter if they got 100 programs in there. If you don't want to take none of them shits, you gonna just chill, ride your wave until you come home. If it ain't mandatory, you know what I'm saying? If they ain't like, if you don't get a GED, you ain't going home. If you don't,
And who don't want to have it? You can't do shit.
man, it's
Listen, you
motherfuckers
can't
in there
do
that
shit.
don't even want to get
You
the
can't
GED.
do
They
shit
just
as a
wanna go
felon
home.
hardly in the world, period. But with a felon without a GED, the first thing that McDonald's is gonna tell you go to
Man,
school.
so one thing about it though, the way the jobs is now, you can work for somebody.
Yeah, you can work manual labor.
You can work for
Cash
somebody,
money.
but then you got to look at the long-term benefits of
Do that.
not having no documentation that you've been working. So when you get 65 or 70 or whatever the fuck, you can have some insurance, or you know what I'm saying?
Or you learn a trade. You spend 10 years learning a trade. You ain't got nothing to back you to go to a bank other than, hey, I did this for 10 years. Where's your history?
No, you gotta have some paperwork behind it. You gotta have some kind of.
Pay the
I would
taxes.
say,
Pay taxes.
I would tell anybody that's coming home to learn some kind of trade, stay with it, whether it's heavy machine operator, whether it's electrician, whether it's plumbing, whether it's drywall, learn some kind of painting, laying down floors. You'll be amazed at what kind of skills people in prison have when they have time to sit down and really home on their shit, you know what I'm saying, without no distractions. When you come, auto mechanics, custodial maintenance, you can take the custodial maintenance, come home and start your own janitorial service.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. It's a motherfucker. It's a motherfucker that will pay you to use that talent, man. There's somebody out there, whatever you got going on that you
motherfuckers in there working out. Come on, be personal trainers, personal fitness trainers, like
models. You go be underwear models,
you
whatever.
go be fucking underwear models. You ain't gotta do no training. Just stay working out. Motherfucker, I do the bare minimum, but it's just the way that my muscle memory is from doing pull-up, push-ups, and dips for so long. Is that I can go in there and do like 2 sets of pull-up, push-ups, and dips. It look like I've been in the gym for at least 30 minutes. I don't know, but
good Lord.
you know, but you can take that and, like you said, be an underwear model, or just start taking some fucking pictures. And I don't know, it's all kind of things you can do now, to where I don't know, you don't really need a diploma, but you need some kind of education.
Yeah,
You need some kind of knowledge.
You need a college. You need, if you want to own a business,
You need some kind of knowledge. You need to learn how to
business
fucking
management,
read
man.
a contract. You need to know how to.
Bare minimum, somebody in your circle that's with you working on the
Bare
project.
minimum is to
You gotta know
need
what
to
they
know
got.
what the fuck is going on. Bare minimum. You need to know
Flat
that
out.
some shit don't even sound right. Like, you gonna pay me what for what? I don't know. That don't sound right. But all right. So when you came home, boom. So when you came home, you had Toby.
Yep. And it was, man,
All right.
look.
So you said that was your mind changer when you was in there. Like, all right, man, I got a son on the way.
Yeah, and I had a support system like halfway through the end of it. You know, my little brother that came around, my little brother was doing really good in life.
Right.
He came around, made sure I was really straight. Like, I'm talking about really straight. And then,
Yeah. It's good to have family support.
yeah, it is, man. That whole having that family support
How important is
opened me up to where, like, damn, man, I had people that I didn't want to let down on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had people that I truly did let down on.
Yeah.
So when I come home and went back on the violation, that was a complete. We're gonna get to that, of course, but that was a complete letdown.
Yeah. Man.
But having that, like, really think about that. If you got somebody in there that's locked up, Just think about a phone call a week or a JPay or something a week will change their whole mental state to where they want to do better to not let you down. So think about that. So don't
Yeah, because it's been days when I was locked up, and I don't know. Sometimes you don't get letters all the time, or you don't get to make a phone call. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta thug your days out, and you gotta figure out how to keep your mentality from going down, from thinking like you gotta keep your mind. You really gotta pay attention to how you're thinking and be aware of your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? And because they can lead you to a place to where you ain't even fucking supposed to be going. You could be in there and you like, man, all right, ain't nobody roll me, don't nobody give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. All right, wait till I get out this time. I ain't fucking with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Or my family, I ain't heard, ain't nobody send me. Man, listen, people have lives they're living, shit going on. People have mental shit going on to where they can't even sit down and write a letter at the moment, take a phone call. They don't want to hear certain shit. It's just, it ain't personal that people continue on with their lives when you get locked up. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be grateful for the ones that stay around.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That know the struggle. Like
it'll show you.
Because some people don't know the struggle. They don't know how serious it is to answer a phone call, or you know what I'm saying, send a $20 or whatever the fuck, or order some food or something. You know that shit go a long way. But some people don't know that shit. So
hey, man, you kept on ordering me them motherfucking halal meat sticks in my secure cake.
So yeah, you even have me order some. You would have me order some food and shit, and I'll be ordering all the good shit. Like,
hey, that shit be
just
smacking.
Give me the $100 box. It'll come with all turkey meat, no pork on the fork. Yeah, halal meat sticks.
My box be like 3/4 the size of my bunkies. But I got the best shit in the
Nah, I would say like some chips and shit, like honey buns and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because
smacking Kool-Aid all through it.
You know, you can trade a lot of shit, but coming home off that, man, you know, you say that was a big change for you to have a son, because now you ain't just working for you working for, you got like but you had, so when you get with a woman and she have kids, those kids in a sense become your kids. Now, if
you put the work in,
if the other side ain't really stepping up, then those kids can become your kids. Like if the dad ain't doing their end on that end, you be like, all right, man, they really need some more guidance. Boom, because you had like, you know what I'm saying, the twins and you know what I'm saying. And
so my wife brought those into the marriage. Brought those to the table.
So yeah, when I met you, it was like. It was like boom, you know what I'm saying? He got those kids, and then Toby came.
Yeah, the twins was when we first got together.
I remember
this is crazy.
Yeah, they was little.
This is crazy. The chick that I was fucking with before I was with Mary Beth, right, was babysitting them when they was first born, so they was already at the house with me.
Oh, okay.
And they'd be freaking out, and I'd grab Corinne, be freaking out,
yeah.
And as soon as I pick her up, she'd chill. Boom. Yeah. And we was already attached. From that point on, we was like attached. Ain't nothing you can tell it.
Oh, okay.
Like we attached.
Yeah. And sometimes you need to step up, and when somebody else ain't able to step up to the plate, not downing no other dads for not stepping up, because you never know what type of situation they be in, you know what I'm saying, mentally or financially, or just being unstable at the moment, and they not able to take care of their end of the deal. You know what I'm saying? But in life is beating them down, so and the baby mama beating them down, so we don't need the extra nigga to come in and add his sauce on this shit to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, fuck that nigga, I'm with John, you right. And I don't even know this motherfucker. Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? But paying attention to the whole scenario when you with the lady, it's like, all right, ain't nobody really on point like that with these kids. So let me try to do what I can while I'm here to make sure they straight.
But I also feel like on that topic too, though, on like the stepdad and the dad situation on a relationship type topic. I feel like that after you put that work in, and after you get to that them years and that certain point where like it's established that you ain't going nowhere, that like your family embraces them as that, then that gives the stepdad a time like, all right, now you got a vocal point. Now you can be like, all right, look, you're not feeling it. You feel me?
Right.
Type shit.
Yeah, it should be some kind of respect there. You're right. It should be. You're right. And just on the fact that you doing some shit that I'm not able to do right now.
You should never mush it though. I don't never mush it.
No, it ain't no, nigga, you need to step up because I'm tired of taking care of these kids.
Yeah, we ain't doing
Nah, man, it ain't that. It's just, it's one of them things. But
before you need a break. Motherfuckers might need a break.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
I don't know, man. But, shout out to all the stepdads. You know what I'm saying? All the stepdads that's really like trying to put the jewels down and try to put down some kind of foundation for the kids and show them that it is a male around that you know what I'm saying, that care for them and want to see them do good. Because you got some stepdads that don't give a fuck about the kids. Fuck them kids. I mean, my kids.
I don't mind my crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Dogs, man.
So, but the ones that do care, boom. Shout out. Everything gonna come together like it's supposed to. Just don't put the extra sauce on it, man. Let the baby mama and the dad figure that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You ain't without, and you just do what you can. You know what I'm saying? You try to put some kind of shit down for them. But I don't believe in like overstepping the boundaries and beefing with the other person, with the other dude, because he ain't doing his shit. Just make sure you do your shit. Right, Red? What's over there, man?
Man, the shadows, man.
Red don't like shadows, man.
Oh, he's trying
Zeus,
to fight.
come on, Zeus. It's okay, man. It's okay. Zeus don't like shadows. So
hate shadows.
He is shadow killer.
Yeah,
but
no.
But all right, so you know what I'm saying, coming in, now you got a whole foundation. You got a son. How did that make you feel? Like while you was doing your time, would you think like, man, I wonder how I'm gonna be able to teach him this. I wonder if we're gonna be able to do this together. Can I build a go-kart with him? Can I throw the ball with him, man? I want to show him this. I want to.
Yeah, it wasn't never can be. It was a win. I can't wait. I'm like, man, I can't wait. Fishing, camping, come home, and we took him straight. We went up north, me, him, and his brother, my other son, Junior, and my dad, my little brother, and spent the up north for like a week, just in the wilderness, having fun.
So knowing that you had a son coming during time, did that kind of like help you with some kind of like your decision making skills as far as not being so I don't give a fuckish type?
Yeah, most definitely. Now there's somebody I gotta answer to.
Like, I gotta get home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta.
Yeah. I gotta get there.
I can't be up in here.
Yeah, not at all.
Now I ain't taking no shit just because I'm locked up. I still gotta adapt to the laws of the land. But at the same time, I'm trying not to step on so many landmines.
Right.
I'm looking more carefully now.
Very
I'm very diplomatic now. Hey, we can talk about this.
Yeah, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? We can go ahead and hash this out. It's all right. As before, you like everything green light, everything can go. But I don't know, because when I was in the county jail and the CO, the police came and told me like, yeah, your auntie just called. She want me to let you know that your daughter was just born. This is June 7th. Your daughter was just born and she got all 10 fingers and 10 toes.
Oh, yeah.
And she healthy. So the police came and told me, and I was like, all right, appreciate it. And he was like, congratulations. It was like at night too. He's like, congratulations. He shut the door. Boom.
You know
what I'm saying?
I was at level 1 St. Louis, the cubicle joint.
Yeah, I was
on LOP. So I was in my cubicle. And I had my homeboy going down there.
LOP.
Yeah,
But everybody
loss
don't
of
know what
privilege.
LOP is. It's loss of privilege.
Yeah, no,
You ain't there doing some
JPEG.
shit you ain't supposed to be doing. You get LOP. Loss of privilege.
So they don't call for 2 or 3 days because they don't fuck around. Got called with some drink or some, you know. But yeah, I was on LOP and I had my homeboy going out there and calling. They come back and telling me. And I was like, yeah, she in labor. So I struck out, went straight to the phone. And CL tapped me on the shoulder.
Like,
I
man,
said,
listen,
man.
I take
It
this.
was like 10 days. I was
Yeah.
there a couple more minutes, 20 days. He
Oh.
was just tapping me. I said, man, my son being born right
Yeah,
now.
come on, man.
He said, I'm not trying to hear none of that. 30 days.
See,
I'm like, all right, well, just clock that up. I got 15 minutes on here. What do I get for that?
you know,
I'm
you
not
got
getting
that
off the
6
phone.
months.
Yeah. It ain't nothing but you standing here. I'm not getting off the phone.
Yeah. See, sometimes, man, now
Like, that's an asshole situation. That's a
with
situation
that move, it's like either it's a power struggle because you breaking the laws of the institution and he got to enforce the laws. But at the same time,
it's humanity involved.
it's compassion, it's
Yeah,
humanity.
all
It's
types
like
of- yeah.
it's like nobody's being violated,
Yeah.
no
Nobody
major
nobody.
rule is being broken. And
Ain't no
but
threat to facility.
in
ain't
his
no-
mind
Yeah.
is if I let you do this, somebody else gonna see it.
He
And
done
they
heard
gonna
it.
be
I done heard that before. Anyway,
Yeah.
I done heard that. I'm like, well, look, you can get on the. I done heard that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, when they done called up here, I done heard that before. I said, man, I understand you done heard that.
If you heard everything, then
Ain't nothing else to talk about.
it ain't nothing. You go ahead and calculate my
Yeah.
days and let me go ahead
I'll
and
sign
finish my
that when I'm
phone
done.
call.
Yeah, you ain't got to call me up here. I'll be up to the desk soon.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
come sign it or I refuse to sign.
whatever.
Give me my little pink copy. But
Yeah,
sometimes
he was a real asshole.
you gotta make
When I
certain
think back.
when you so that just lets you know that when you make your decisions, you know the consequences that's gonna happen, and you're willing to like take them on. Listen, I know me being on this phone gonna cost me something, but I'm gonna take this phone call because I feel like it's worth more than me sitting the fuck down in the cell. I'm already locked up, so me sitting down on my bunk is what.
And in the queue.
It's open. I can watch TV everywhere.
Now we say queue, mind you, it's a hallway.
Yeah, I know. I was at St. Louis with like 8 bunks.
If you tell me I'm a grown man, I'm already locked up, stay. Don't come out of there again. You can come out at 11:05 and use the bathroom. I mean, fuck that. Yeah, it's crazy.
One of them things, man.
Yeah, one of the things.
So when you found out he was born, boom. Did that like make you feel like, oh, he's really here now? Like,
Yes.
damn.
That was crazy.
Like, oh man.
It was crazy.
Why would you
It
just
was
like
like that.
think about it all night? Cause
Yeah.
you was like that, like I was like that. So
Yeah, it was.
when he told me, I went. As soon as he closed the door, I went and sat down on my bunk, and I prayed. I prayed, right? So I'm spiritual. I just say that I spoke words. I spoke words. So I spoke life. Like I spoke that I wanted my daughter to be protected, and I wanted to stay on the path. And whatever she learned, whatever she had to go through, it was a learning process, and that she gained knowledge from it. But I really wanted to be protected from like a lot of major harm.
Right.
She can go through her little bumps and bruises, but keep the righteous angels around her from the major harm. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I was protected for some reason. When I went through my shit, like, ain't nothing really getting no whack shit. Ain't nobody try to press me for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot of shit I had to do was because I was being loyal, and I had, I took an oath to something, so I had to stand on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's where my shit come from. But ain't nobody try to like punk me or the way I carry myself. It's like man.
No.
Yeah, I carry myself with respect, so I try to like get that back. Don't give me that, then we ain't gotta fuck with each other. Stay over there, I stay over here on my side. But as soon as that line get crossed, then we gonna have to take care of this shit,
bro.
right?
Them little young kids now, man. All the young kids coming up in bodies and shit, man.
Yeah,
Like the whole aspect, the whole demeanor of prison is
it's different because everybody in there doing a lot of time now, and that's their world.
and they young.
They're young.
Hell.
They're young.
simple conversation turned into crazy shit.
Because the mentality, the understanding is really not there, man. You going in there. I went in there young, so I understand it, but I got a different type of understanding and a different type of mentality. You know what I mean? And I try to keep myself out of certain situations. I mind my business, and that's that. I make sure that my shit is that I'm good on my shit. But yeah, man, a lot of people going in, a lot of young cats going in, and they I don't know, shit. You got to learn the lessons,
Man,
you got to learn the lessons, man.
you got to.
One thing about it is we learn along the way, along your path. You gon' keep going through shit until you learn the lesson. Like
If you
when
don't
I
know
was
how to
young,
absorb them, you
yeah.
gonna keep learning.
I used to always, when I drive, used to always try to duck the police. Like, they go to police. Oh shit, they go to police. So to that gas station. So let me go to the other gas station. Like, man, fuck them.
Good.
I'm not going nowhere. Like, no. And in that, they don't fuck with me. Like, I don't really see them. They're not even in my energy field. But back then, because I used to be thinking about how can I duck these motherfuckers. I had them not see me, and then they'd see me. Now it's like, man, fuck them. I ain't turning my music down. My shit ain't loud enough for them to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not scared of because they behind me on the side of me. Whatever. And it's that type of mentality when you change your shit up. It's a lot of your world change up. When you change your thoughts, you change your world. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you got your son, now you realize I can't be doing a lot of this shit I was doing. And then a lot of that energy don't even come around no more. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't even see that shit. But I don't know. It's just, I just wanted to get on that a little bit. I don't know. I think got like blows, so I kind of got off topic. But, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for tuning in. 734 Show, King Tone. We got your boy AJ. And, we just sitting here chopping it up, kicking it about life and going through shit and being from the 734. And,
I know what it is, man. R.P. Blind Date, man.
R.P. Blind Date, Long Live Zig.
Ziggy World, man. Y'all know what it
Big
is,
Ziggy
man.
World. Shout out to the game. And
free Chief and them, man. Get them out of
yeah, man. Free all the guys, all the righteous brothers, all the ones that's doing their time.
Y'all ain't seen that, make sure y'all go sign that, man. That affidavit for Chief, make sure y'all go sign that.
Make sure y'all go sign that. If you know anybody doing time, make sure y'all support them. Make sure y'all support the channel. You can cash at me at King Tone 734. All donations will go towards the advancement of the 734 show. We need lights. We need camera. We got the action.
We got it. Slew people trying to come out.
We got the action. So make sure y'all tune in, support, like, subscribe. Shout out to everybody that's been listening, that's gonna listen. Stay tuned for more content. More shit gonna be jumping off. We gonna be in the streets of the 734, interviewing people on the spot. If you see me, I know a lot of people be seeing me and they don't know me, but if you see me, and I'll be like, I got the cameras, we on the interview, boom, we on here with it. Boost this thing up, boy. We're gonna be all through this thing, I'm telling you. And we're gonna be doing real shit, giving out real content, and we're not gonna be sugarcoating nothing. You can say what you want to say on here. Just be ready for the consequences. You know what I'm saying? Don't say nothing that's gonna get your ass indicted.
Yeah. Or punch them out the random location.
Hey, be ready for the punch. Hey, but the indictments,
what they say.
Yeah.
They said on
Don't say no shit.
Punching them out.
Because we not fucking sugarcoat nothing. So you don't like somebody, boom. You don't like somebody. If you feel some type of way about some shit, feel some type of way about it. It is what it is. We can come to your house. We're gonna be doing house interviews. Boom, right on the spot. Come in there. Make sure y'all have somebody cooking some food, right?
Yeah, y'all see these around.
Make sure y'all have like a non-pork product going on for the non-pork eaters and whatever. But yeah, man.
Y'all see these around.
Shout out to the Gotti Glit show. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in to the Gotti show because it's Glit and you know, we're gonna be having anything popping up like that. But HOD,
Dang.
yes. Thanks for supplying the good weed. You got anything you want to say? You want to shout out anybody? You want to, you know what I'm saying?
We said all we need to say, man. I feel like shout out to the guys, man. Free everybody, man.
Yeah. When you say free everybody,
Free everybody that's got their mind right there. You know what I'm saying, man. Free the ones that we waiting on to be freed, man.
free the ones we waiting on to be free.
And I hope everybody else in their situation work out to the best of their ability, man. You know.
I
Bring
don't know
home the
because,
guys now, though, man. Yeah, bring them home now, man.
because you got some people that's waiting on somebody to be free so they can so they can free them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So thank you for subscribing and tune in for more content. Boom. Peace.